it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Today's tutorial, we're going to get downright spooky. Welcome back to another tutorial. This one I'm super excited for, but also very nervous about because I'm not sure if it's gonna work how I think it will in my head. You know how that goes. This particular tutorial I saw, it's inspired by, I don't think it was a TikTok. I think it might have been an Instagram reel, possibly. One of those videos, a quick little video. It was a super, super cute project. However, I wanna make it spooky. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a tower of pumpkins that look like they're on fire. I don't know what it is about spooky season, but I love making everything look like it's on fire. And maybe we'll share some of those later. We've got a whole bunch of TikToks recently of me making things that look like they're on fire. It's so much fun. Okay, let's jump into it. I'm gonna break down some of the materials for right now, and then I'll probably show some other things that we're gonna be using further in onto this tutorial, all right? So let's do it. All right, so for this towering tower of pumpkins, the horror tower of pumpkins. Oh, that one's heavy. Okay, what you're gonna need, some Halloween buckets. I found these at Walmart. You can find them at thrift stores, garage sales, Walmart. For me today, as I'm filming these were $1.94 a piece. They kind of fluctuate in prices. I am going to spray paint them. So you're going to need spray paint if you choose to do so. You're also going to need lights of some sort. Orange lights. You want orange lights. I got these from the $1.25 store, as I like to refer to it now. It's no longer the dollar store. They're only 5 feet long, so you have to put a whole bunch of them together. They're not ideal for this project, but it is what I have. You can find orange lights all over the place. You can also find, fun fact, orange like LED lights that are battery operated, if that's more your jam, where they can be set on a timer and they go on and off, and I love those too. So that's an option, but you definitely want, you don't want to do the fairy lights. You want something that has a little bit more brightness to it. I've used LEDs, I've used these regular ones. They all work pretty well for me. You're going to want some sort of base. This is the pot urn that I'm going to be using. I pulled it out of my garden. I do have it filled with rocks right now because we want a little bit of weight so that it doesn't tip over, because we're going to be using those pumpkins. We're also going to be using crack and gap filler, the great stuff. It's all really lightweight. I've got a very lightweight planter. It looks like it's supposed to be like stone or concrete, but it's plastic. Plastic buckets, wood flowers, like there's not a lot of weight. So that's why we added the rocks to the base of this. We're gonna need wood flowers at the end. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with those. Greenery filler if you want. And then we'll also talk about how to kind of weatherproof the wood flowers. It's not perfect by any means, but I will show you what you can do so that it lasts at least a season. So we're gonna start building our tower of pumpkins. Fingers crossed this works. And if not, we always figure it out in the end. So let's do this. So first thing, take off the handles. Okay. So we have our lovely deco pumpkins. Kind of debating if I'm gonna spray paint those or not. I think I am. It's kind of cute as is, but all right. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to glue all of our pumpkins stacked together so that they all stay stacked up. Make sure you glue the right spot. You want to glue the base that's going to go in there. Whoopsies. Oh well. Okay, my friends. Well, this is slightly tricky. Oh, you know what would be fun too is to cut out the jack-o'-lantern face and put lights in there so it lights up. Dang it! I wonder if I could do that after I've already glued these all together. I might have to do that. I might have to do that. I might have to go grab like a utility knife and cut out those little faces, because then, oh, but I've already glued it. That's another great idea. Cut these out, put the lights in there, and then they'll glow at night. Well, dang it all. Oh well. Oh well. I might have to make another one of these for myself. There's another idea. Okay. So these are all stacked and ready to go. Our pot. All right, so for the lights, here's what I'm thinking. I've got 4 strands. This is where it's not ideal, like it all gets clumped in one spot. So I'm gonna put 2 are gonna be living in here. And we gotta make sure we give ourselves enough room for the cord. And then the other 2, one I'm going to kind of wrap around the pumpkin, and the other one I'm gonna stuff right into the top of the pumpkin. And I'm debating, should I put more rocks in there to kind of fill it up so I don't have to fill it up with something else. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go grab some more rocks and I'm gonna put them right in the top of this so we can kind of fill this, because then what we're gonna do after I get my rocks in there, where did you go? This is gonna go in there, and that's gonna go in there, and the magic will happen. It's gonna look really weird for a little bit. So let me go grab some more rocks and I'm gonna put them in that bucket and then we'll go. All right, so the other thing I did, besides putting a couple rocks in the top, is I cut like a planter bucket, a piece of plastic, so that I don't have so much great stuff that I have to fill in there. That is the goal, is to not have to use a ton of it. Okay, so there's my 2 that are going in there, and I'm gonna try to pull these out there. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some great stuff in here first, just a little bit, fill it up, and then put the lights in, and then fill some more on top of it. Did you see that? Don't put your fingers in this stuff. Wear gloves or have something else to kind of poke things around. Ask me how I know. I want to focus the lights more to the edges, because the pumpkin base is going to be covering the middle of it. I'm not going to wrap the lights around. I'm just going to put them in here. Now I'm gonna let this sit for just a little bit. We'll see how it all expands. I did on purpose put some of the drippies and stuff. I know it looks like a hot mess. You gotta trust the process. I had a couple things that I was just like, it's not going exactly how I wanted, but that's fine. It's gonna be amazing once we get it all put together. I'm still kind of bummed that I didn't think to cut out the face beforehand. I'm definitely gonna be doing another one of these. But let's wait. I'll come back in a little bit. We'll paint this all up and then we'll add the finishing touches. All right, you guys, we are back. The pumpkin topiary has sat actually for quite a while now. At this point, just to let you guys know, if I seem a little less chipper than normal, I'm actually going through some family stuff right now. It's been a long couple of days. I'm not gonna cry while I say this, but it has wrecked me emotionally. So we're probably just gonna vibe. I'm gonna put all this stuff together. So what we're gonna use for this, I have some of our greenery that we've had in the past, and also some stuff just from my stash. Just remember, as I'm putting this all in, we're going to spray it again with some black spray paint at the end to spookify it even more. So some of these colors might be kind of bright. Just wait till the end. It all comes together. But I think what my plan is, decorate a little bit here, decorate around it. We'll see how extra we get. I don't know. I do definitely want to make sure that we can still see the fire when it gets plugged in. So I might not go as extra as normal. If I wasn't using the lights, y'all know me very well, this would be stuffed to the gills full of greenery and flowers, but I'm gonna try to hold it back just so that that fire part of element of this really shines. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, let's break this on down. All right, guys. Remember how I said I wasn't gonna go extra? I went extra. So the only thing I want to figure out last moment, if I want to add these lovely Mona Lisas that we turned into anemones. I'm just gonna lay one in here. We'll kind of see. I'm leaning towards yes. And then I see it and then I say no. It pops up too much. We need to keep it with the coloring. So we'll take that away. And she's done! I will show you in a minute. It lit up. Some of the fire is gone, but that's okay. I'm also gonna show you a quick project that I made with a cauldron using a similar type of technique so that the cauldron lights up. We actually have done that over on TikTok, and that video went a little mini viral. So that was kind of fun to watch happen. But I'll show you a picture or a little video of that too in just a minute. But for now, I think she's done. So let's wrap this up, shall we? If you're loving these videos, can't get enough, want to know the next time we drop a tutorial, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 style wood flowers along with craft supplies in Greenery. Go to ohyourelovely.com. But before you do, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. I'm gonna go put this over by my neighbor's door because she has a really cute front door setup. I don't. I mean, it's all right, but hers is much cuter. And I got her permission to take a couple pictures of the little video, so we might pop that in there too so you can see it outside, and I'll try to maybe film it at night too so we can see it kind of lit up. So we'll check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Of course, there should be no shock to anybody. I was not able to not be extra like I always am. Hey guys, sorry for the noise in the background if you can hear that. There's a football game going on.
I totally spaced that I was going to talk about how you can kind of weatherproof this. Now it's not 100% perfect, but it will last usually the full season, and that is to spray a polyacrylic spray on the whole piece, and that will help with the flowers not molding. And these are pretty dark, but usually it'll also help with when the flowers are a brighter color to kind of help keep the color for a little while. Again, whenever you put wood flowers outside in the elements, they are going to deteriorate over time. It's a natural product, and that's just what happens. But the polyacrylic spray will help prolong it just a little bit. So there's that. Sorry I didn't talk about it, but I will be spraying that down with a polyacrylic so that it lasts me all through spooky season.
All right, you guys, we'll see you next time. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.